Hi everybody! Today we're going to be reading Six Crows. And can we see all the crows on the page? Yeah, let's count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 crows. And what color are the crows? They're black, right? Good job. And where are the crows? Where do they live? They live in the tree, right? Yeah, because you can see with all the leaves. And where do birds live? Birds live up in the tree. All right, good job, everybody. Who's ready to get started on the first page? I am. Let's get started. Okay. In a peaceful valley at the foot of the Balabadar Hill, a farmer cultivated a field of wheat. The soil was fertile, and the spring rain had been gentle. Does anybody know what cultivated? So the farmer cultivated a field of wheat. So cultivated means like a group or a cluster. So he has a cluster or a group of wheat fields. And they're all together to make a lot of wheat. So there's the wheat field right here. And look, there's one of our crow friends. Okay, let's go to the next page. Look, there are all our crow friends. Okay. Life would have been good and happy if it were not for the 6 noisy crows who nested in a tree nearby. So there are our crow friends, and they're nested in a tree nearby. So they live in the tree. That's what nested means. Let's go to the next page. So it looks like the crows are eating the wheat. Oh no. Just when the wheat was about to ripen, the crows descended upon the field and pecked away the tender grains. Oh no. So they descended from the air. Descended means when you come down really fast. Look at this page. Okay. The farmer tried to chase the crows from the field, but no sooner had he returned to his hut than they were back. In desperation, he built a scarecrow. So he built the scarecrow to keep the crows away. Look at the scarecrow. It's got a red hat and a green jumpsuit and a long stick. Let's see if the scarecrow keeps the crows away. So there are our crow friends. They're up in the tree. When the crows saw it standing in the wheat, waving a big stick, they were frightened. They huddled in their tree and wondered what to do. We must scare that thing away, they said. But how? All right, so they want to scare the scarecrow away. Let's set the field on fire, Crow shouted. But that would be the end of all the wheat, the others said. There were many proposals. At last they agreed to make a ferocious kite. They gathered bark and dry leaves and made a fierce and very ugly bird. So they made a scary kite out of leaves to scare away the scarecrow. Let's go to the next page. Okay. The next morning, they flew the kite over the field. The scarecrow didn't budge, but the farmer was very frightened. He ran into his hut and bolted the door tight. I must build a scarier scarecrow. So the farmer got scared by the crow's kites. So now he's going to build an even scarier scarecrow. So there's our first scarecrow. Here's our second one. Okay. Soon a giant figure brandishing two swords, stood in the wheat field. Its angry mouth seemed to grunt. That should do it, the farmer said. So he has two swords. And look, he looks very sad. Okay, let's go to the next page. But when the crows saw the new menace, they gathered more bark and more leaves and built an even larger and more ferocious kite. They flew it over the field, back and forth. The farmer was so scared that he didn't dare leave his hut. So they built an even bigger and scarier kite. And now the farmer's scared and the crows are scared. Let's go to the next page. From her nest in an old tree trunk, an owl had been watching the goings-on. She shook her head. I don't know who's sillier, the farmer or the crow, she thought. So there's our owl friend. Let's go to the next page. When she noticed that the wheat was wilting from neglect, she decided to talk to the farmer. Why don't you make peace with the crows? She said. It's too late. It's too late now, said the farmer angrily. It's never too late to talk things over, the owl said. It's never too late to talk things over. The owl is right. So now the owl is talking to our 6 crow friends. Then she went to see the crows. What can we do now? Asked the crows, dismayed when they heard that the wheat crop was in danger. Go and talk things over, said the owl. Words can do magic. Words can do magic. Let's go to the next page. So there are the crows, and there's our farmer, and they're talking. Yay! The crows and the farmer agreed to meet near the owl's nest. While the owl looked on, they talked and talked. First in anger, then more reasonable, finally like old friends. I must confess that I miss your happy crackling, said the farmer, and we miss your wheat, said the crows. Soon they were laughing together. We must thank the owl, said the farmer, but where is she? Her nest was empty. They looked all over. So the farmer and the owl, they're friends again because they talked it over. And there's our owl friend. And there's the second scarecrow. They went to the field. There stood the giant scarecrow, but something was different. The nasty grin had turned into a happy smile. The owl was perched on the giant's arm. What happened? They asked. Magic, she said. Yay, look. The scarecrow is smiling. And look, the owl's giving us a little wink. Because words are magic. And that's the end of the story. Okay, guys. I hope you liked it. Bye.